Have you ever wondered what really exists on the far side of the moon? For generations, it has been called the dark side of the moon, a place no human on Earth could ever see with a naked eye. It's a region permanently hidden from our view, shrouded in mystery for thousands of years. Long before spacecraft revealed its surface, people imagined that it could be hiding anything: forgotten civilizations, secret military bases, even evidence of extraterrestrial life. But what if the biggest mystery isn't what we imagined? What if it's what we still don't know? The truth is that despite decades of lunar exploration, the far side of the moon remains one of the most fascinating places in our solar system. Unlike the side we see every night, its landscape is dramatically different. Instead of vast, dark plains, it's covered with rugged mountains, enormous craters, and ancient scars left behind by billions of years of violent impacts. For centuries, humanity had absolutely no idea what was waiting there. Everything changed in 1959. The Soviet spacecraft Luna 3 became the first mission in history to photograph the moon's hidden hemisphere. The images were blurry, grainy, and incomplete, but they revealed something astonishing. The far side looked nothing like the familiar face of the moon. Scientists were surprised to find far fewer of the large volcanic plains known as Maria and far more impact craters than anyone expected. Almost immediately, theories began to spread. Why were the two sides so different? Had something enormous struck one side billions of years ago? Was there a hidden process deep inside the moon that shaped each hemisphere differently? Or was there something else? Something we still don't understand? As more missions explored the moon, the mystery only deepened. NASA orbiters, Chinese lunar probes, and other international missions mapped the far side in incredible detail. Today we know that this hidden hemisphere contains one of the largest impact structures in the entire solar system, the South Pole Aitken Basin. Stretching more than 2,500 kilometers across, it is so massive that scientists believe it formed after a collision with an asteroid nearly 200 kilometers wide billions of years ago. That single impact may have changed the moon forever. Yet despite everything we've learned, the far side continues to inspire some of the internet's most famous conspiracy theories. Some believe secret alien structures are hidden among the craters. Others claim enormous artificial towers appear in satellite images. There are even stories suggesting that astronauts discovered strange objects during the Apollo missions but were ordered never to speak about them. These claims have been circulating online for decades. The problem is, none of them have ever been supported by credible evidence. Every high-resolution image released by NASA and other space agencies has been carefully examined by scientists around the world. So far, no verified photographs have revealed alien cities, mysterious bases, or artificial structures on the lunar surface. Still, the mystery refuses to disappear. Part of the reason is psychological. The far side of the moon feels different because we never see it ourselves. It's permanently hidden from Earth due to a phenomenon called tidal locking. The moon rotates on its axis at exactly the same rate that it orbits our planet, meaning the same hemisphere always faces us. The so-called dark side isn't actually dark at all. It receives just as much sunlight as the near side. It's simply the far side, forever out of direct view from Earth. And sometimes, what we can't see becomes far more mysterious than what we can. Today, humanity is returning to the moon. NASA's Artemis program aims to establish a long-term human presence near the lunar South Pole. China has successfully landed robotic spacecraft on the far side, something once thought impossible thanks to relay satellites placed beyond the moon. Every new mission sends back thousands of images and scientific measurements, slowly replacing mystery with knowledge. But every answer creates new questions. Why is the moon's crust much thicker on the far side? Why are its volcanic plains so rare? What secrets remain buried beneath billions of years of untouched rock? Scientists continue searching for answers, not because they expect to find alien civilizations, but because the moon preserves the earliest history of our solar system better than almost anywhere else. Perhaps the greatest mystery of the moon isn't hidden inside conspiracy theories. Perhaps it's hidden inside the rocks themselves, waiting to reveal how our planet, and maybe even life itself, came to exist. And maybe that's what makes the far side so fascinating. Not because we know what's there, but because we're still discovering it. Every mission brings us closer to understanding our closest neighbor in space. Every photograph reveals something humanity has never seen before. And one day, when astronauts once again walk across the lunar surface, they may uncover discoveries that completely change our understanding of the moon. Not alien cities, not secret military bases, but something just as incredible: the truth. If you enjoyed this documentary and want to explore more of the greatest mysteries of space, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next journey into the unknown. Because sometimes, the greatest mysteries aren't hidden in the darkness. They're hidden just beyond our view. But what if we've been looking at the moon the wrong way all along? For most of human history, the moon seemed like a lifeless world, a silent, gray sphere hanging in the night sky with nothing left to discover. But every decade, scientists uncover something new that forces us to rethink everything we thought we knew. One of the biggest surprises came when researchers confirmed the existence of water ice hidden inside permanently shadowed craters near the lunar poles. These regions have never seen sunlight for billions of years, making them some of the coldest places in the entire solar system. Temperatures can drop below -230 degrees Celsius, cold enough to preserve frozen water almost indefinitely. Why is that important? Because wherever there is water, there is opportunity. Future astronauts could use that ice to produce drinking water, breathable oxygen, and even rocket fuel. Instead of bringing everything from Earth, future lunar bases could survive using the moon's own resources. For the first time, the idea of a permanent human settlement on another world no longer sounds like science fiction. And that's exactly why the moon has become the center of a new space race. The United States, China, Europe, India, and several private companies are all planning ambitious lunar missions. Some hope to build research stations. Others want to mine valuable resources. Many see the moon as the perfect launching point for future missions to Mars and beyond. But the farther humans travel across the lunar surface, the more likely we are to discover something unexpected. History has shown that exploration almost never goes exactly as planned. When Apollo astronauts first walked on the moon, they expected to find a barren desert. Instead, they returned with hundreds of kilograms of rocks that completely changed our understanding of how the moon formed. Those samples revealed that our natural satellite was likely created after a colossal collision between the young Earth and a Mars-sized object more than 4 billion years ago. That single discovery solved one mystery, while creating countless new ones. Could similar surprises still be waiting on the far side? Many scientists believe so. The far side has remained relatively untouched compared to the near side. Few spacecraft have landed there, and no human has ever walked across its surface. Vast regions remain unexplored, filled with enormous craters, ancient mountains, and geological formations unlike anything found on Earth. Some researchers believe these rocks preserve clues from the earliest days of the solar system, evidence that has long since disappeared from Earth due to erosion, volcanic activity, and plate tectonics. In other words, the far side of the moon may be a time capsule, a frozen record of events that happened billions of years before humans even existed. And then there's another fascinating possibility. Because the far side is permanently shielded from Earth's radio noise, it may become the perfect location for the world's largest radio telescopes. Imagine a gigantic observatory built inside a lunar crater, listening to the faintest whispers from the edge of the observable universe. Free from interference, scientists could detect signals that are impossible to hear from Earth, helping us study the first stars, the first galaxies, and perhaps even signs of distant civilizations. Ironically, the place once surrounded by myths and conspiracy theories may become the very place where humanity makes its greatest scientific discoveries. The moon has always inspired stories. Ancient civilizations saw gods in its light. Poets wrote about its beauty. Conspiracy theories imagined hidden cities beneath its surface. But reality has often turned out to be even more extraordinary than fiction. Because the moon isn't just Earth's companion. It's a gateway, a stepping stone toward the rest of the solar system. And perhaps, one day, toward the stars themselves. And maybe that's the greatest lesson the moon has ever taught us. The more we explore it, the more mysterious it becomes. For centuries, people believed the far side of the moon was a place of endless darkness, hidden forever from human eyes. It inspired myths, conspiracy theories, and stories about alien civilizations and secret bases. But as technology advanced, many of those mysteries were replaced with something even more exciting: real discoveries. Every new mission reveals another piece of a puzzle that has taken billions of years to form. Every photograph, every rock sample, and every scientific experiment brings us closer to understanding not only the moon's history, but the history of our entire solar system. And yet, despite everything we've learned, we still know surprisingly little. No human being has ever walked on the far side of the moon. Entire regions remain unexplored. Countless craters have never been studied up close. Who knows what future missions will uncover? Perhaps hidden deposits of water that could support the first lunar cities. Perhaps geological secrets that rewrite the history of our planet. Or perhaps discoveries that nobody has even imagined yet. One thing is certain: the next generation of astronauts won't just be visiting the moon. They'll be exploring a world that still holds countless unanswered questions. A world that could become humanity's first home beyond Earth. As NASA, China, and other space agencies prepare to return, the far side of the moon is no longer just a distant mystery. It's becoming humanity's next destination. So maybe the real mystery isn't what's hiding on the dark side of the moon. Maybe it's what we're about to find there. Because history has shown that every time humanity dares to explore the unknown, it discovers something that changes the future forever. The moon has watched over Earth for more than 4 billion years. Silent, unmoving, waiting. And perhaps, somewhere on its hidden surface, the next great discovery in human history is waiting too. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next journey into the greatest mysteries of space. Because out there, beyond the horizon of our world, every mystery has an answer. The only question is, how long will it take before we find it?